What's up, everyone? What would you do if standing up for your faith could cost you everything? Today we're diving into Daniel chapter 1, a story that'll challenge how you think about courage. Let's go. We're going to Babylon, to the court of the most powerful king of the time, Nebuchadnezzar, and we're meeting a young man named Daniel. Our story begins in a time of great turmoil. Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, has just conquered Jerusalem. As was common practice, he takes some of the brightest and best from the royal and noble families back with him to serve in his palace. These weren't just any young men. The king's orders were specific. They had to be handsome, intelligent, quick to learn, and without any physical defects. Basically, the best of the best. Among them were 4 young men from Judah: Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. You might know them better by their Babylonian names: Belteshazzar, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were brought into the king's palace to be trained for 3 years in Babylonian language and literature. The king even provided them with the finest food and wine, straight from his own table. This was a life of luxury, a golden opportunity. But for Daniel, it presented a huge problem. You see, the king's food was likely prepared in ways that went against Jewish dietary laws, and it might have even been offered to Babylonian idols first. For Daniel, eating this food meant defiling himself and compromising his commitment to God. So he made a decision, a quiet but firm resolution in his heart. He would not eat the king's food. Now, this was a risky move. Refusing a gift from the king could be seen as a grave insult, punishable by death. But Daniel didn't stage a dramatic protest. He respectfully approached the chief official Ashpenaz and asked for permission to eat a different diet. God had already softened the official's heart toward Daniel, but he was still terrified. He told Daniel, "Look, the king himself assigned your food. If he sees you looking worse than the other young men, it's my head on the line." Daniel was wise. He didn't argue. Instead, he proposed a test. He went to the guard appointed over them and said, "Please, just test us for 10 days. Give us only vegetables to eat and water to drink. At the end of the 10 days, compare how we look with the other young men who are eating the king's food. Then you can decide what to do with us." It was a simple, reasonable request, a what have you got to lose kind of deal. The guard agreed. So, for 10 days, while the other trainees feasted on rich meats and fine wines, Daniel and his 3 friends ate simple vegetables and drank water. And what happened at the end of those 10 days? The Bible tells us they looked healthier and better nourished than all the young men who ate the royal food. The test was a resounding success. The guard was so convinced that he took away their royal portions for good and just kept bringing them vegetables. But their blessings didn't stop with physical health. The story says that God gave these 4 young men exceptional knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Daniel, in particular, was given a special ability to understand all kinds of visions and dreams, a skill that would become incredibly important later on. When the 3 years of training were over, all the young men were presented to King Nebuchadnezzar. He personally interviewed them, and the result was astonishing. He found none who could compare to Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. They were so impressive that they immediately entered the king's service. In fact, the scripture says that in every matter of wisdom and understanding the king asked them about, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and enchanters in his entire kingdom. Daniel's story is a powerful reminder that staying true to your convictions, even in small, everyday decisions, can have a profound impact. He chose to honor God over obeying a king, and God, in turn, honored him with favor, health, and extraordinary wisdom. He didn't just survive in a foreign culture, he thrived, rising to the highest levels of influence, all while maintaining his integrity. It shows us that when we put God first, he provides in ways we could never imagine. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this story inspired you. If it did, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. We'll see you in the next video, Chapter 2.